guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. It has been a hot minute. I know if you follow me on my socials, then you will know that I was away for work for about a month and there was literally zero internet. I had a ton of videos that I had pre-filmed for you, even for like Valentine's and stuff. But then I couldn't upload them in time, so actually I've just shelved those complete videos, and it's taken me a while to kind of come home and settle back in. Plus we moved house, so trying to get into a new house is super hectic, as I'm sure you can understand, which is also why I'm against a black wall and it's very echoey in this room. Sorry about that. I'm still setting up what will be my filming room and beauty room, so for the time being I'm just kind of filming behind this wall, and hopefully we'll have a full setup on in the coming weeks or so. So please bear with me on that. Also bear with me because I've got this awful cold. It's a flu that I've had for a few days that just literally will not leave me alone. And seriously, like, in this hot weather, it's not about having to blow your nose and all this nonsense. You can imagine and you can kind of justify it if it's during winter, but it is a full-on summer now. I do not need this mess. So I'm hoping this is going to go away soon. But please bear with me if I'm sounding a little bit bunged up and things. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, quick shout out to everybody that follows me on Instagram and showed me so much love on my Instagram videos. Thank you so much. I just thought I'd try it out as a whim to see kind of like what that would be like. But the response was fantastic, so I will make sure to do that. I do my makeup quite often, even during the week when I'm going to work, so I'll make sure to keep filming a few of those and have them posted up there for you, just so there's a bit more inspo going on in between my videos. So look out for that and follow me over on Instagram if you haven't already. Yes, for all of you that are used to seeing me in my wig, I have no wig on at the moment. That is because it is on the side drying. And I had to film this video because I'm going into a crazy weekend and I need to get this video here for you. So yeah, this is the hair that goes on underneath the wig. But honestly, my hair right now, I'm just feeling like to cut it all off because the texture of it and the quality of it has deteriorated so much over like the past couple of months, and I can't seem to get it back to what it was. So I'm feeling just to cut it and start from scratch. Yeah, that's actually where I am now with my hair, so bear with me. I just try to do this and put on these cute lacy cat ears to distract you, but seriously, even my hairline is jacked up, like everything is not cute here. It is not cute here, yeah? Skincare video will be coming soon once I have managed to clear up what is going on over here. We have a few friends that came to join and they're refusing to leave, and so I'm trying to get my skincare back on. I think it's because I've come back and I'm trying to get back onto my skincare regimen and eating right as well, and I think my skin is going through a kind of purge phase where it's actually trying to get rid of everything that was kind of gunking it up. So trying to just bring that back, and hopefully we'll have it in a good place very soon. But of course, before we start the video, I can't go on before I ask you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please make sure to subscribe, join the fam bam, leave me a comment down below. I love to chat to you guys and see if you like any of the products in this video. Don't forget to share the video as well and give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, let's just get into it. You guys know that I am obsessed. Well, I'm obsessed with all things beauty, but I am always on the lookout for some good eyelashes. Yes, I love eyelashes. I have quite big eyes, but really tiny eyelashes, and when I do eye looks, particularly if they're colourful or dramatic, even with just a little bit of mascara on, honestly, my eyes just look, to me, as they've not been done. So I'm always looking for lashes, and I go through lashes quite a lot. I will reuse lashes, maybe like a few times, and I clean them off really well and so that I can use them back to back. But I always just have a stock just for myself as well for clients. So I picked up two different types of lashes. The first set of lashes that I picked up are these. Yeah, so they're 10 pairs of lashes. They were really affordable. Let me just check and let you know what the price was. I've got my Jumia order open right here. Alright, so these were 360 shillings a pack, so I think that's fantastic for 10 lashes. So basically that works out to 36 shillings a pair, because you get 10 pairs in each of these, 18 shillings a set. They look really good, they're super lightweight, always look really natural on the eye, and then you can build them up if you want to kind of like double stack and make kind of like a lovely fluttery but dense eye. I really like this. So So I picked up not 1, not 2, but 3. Yes, I am that girl. I mean, you guys know this by now. I stock up on everything in multiples. So I thought I'd chance it because they looked pretty good and I didn't want to have to wait again if I liked them and then they weren't good enough. So I think that was totally worth it. Can't wait to use these on myself and on clients. Sticking to the eyelashes, yes, I didn't just buy one set of eyelashes. I picked up these other set of lashes, which are actually the set that I am wearing on today. I've put on one of them. Yeah, and I got them in, and I picked up 2 of these. So you get 3 pairs, that's the set that I've worn there. You get 3 pairs in each packet, and these are kind of like crisscrossed lashes, but a little bit shorter than the ones that are in those packets that I showed you before, so probably a little bit more wearable. And these look so cute and fluffy, but also really feminine, which is why I like them. And these retailed for 240 shillings a pair. So for the 2 it was 240, which is a bargain. So again, if each packet is 240, then each set is like 80 bob. Like, what else more do you need? Don't be buying these lashes from everywhere else. Just hop onto one of these sites and grab you some, and then you can restock because they're so cheap rather than buying really expensive ones. Yeah, so I am good and stocked for a little while for lashes to kind of just pop on and rip off and don't have to worry about it too much. Then I had a look at some brushes. I'm always on the hunt for brushes. I own a ridiculous amount of brushes, but I think I'm obsessed with brushes and I'm always looking for new brushes. So that's what I did. So let me show you the first brush that I got is this brush right here. It's a domed round brush. I know it's a bit squished. I haven't washed these yet. It's a bit squished from being packed, and it's got a plastic handle and this kind of metal ferrule. It's meant to look like a duo fiber brush because it's got the white tip on the end and then dark hairs, but I think it's just fully synthetic. The reason I wanted to buy this brush is because it's a little bit smaller on the top. A lot of the brushes that I have that I use to do my face are a bit bigger, and I wanted to try a smaller brush to see whether I could get more of a flawless look because I'm doing smaller motions, but also crucially to fit in between my eyebrows without swiping anything off. Some of the other brushes I have, like you put it here and you might just wipe off it in a corner of eyebrow, and ain't nobody got time to go back in and start drawing in brow hairs in the middle. So I thought I'd grab that because when it comes to that part, then it just fits neatly in between without having to mess up my brows. So I'll give that a go and I'll let you know. It is very dense and I'm hoping it's going to clean well and clean out well. And that was 340 shillings, so I thought that was really fair. The next brush that I got is this one right here. It's a tapered domed brush. I spent a lot of time looking for a brush like this, and there was another one that I was going to buy with it, but then that ended up getting sold out. I love the shape of this brush because it kind of goes out a little bit at the base and then starts tapering back in really nicely. And just looking at it, it looks like it was cut really nicely. Sometimes you buy brushes that are cut and they aren't cut very nicely, so then you can end up, when you're applying product to your face, to having kind of lines or jagged patchy bits, and you don't really want that. So this looks really good and it's super soft. It's so soft. It's a plastic base with a black ferrule on there, and again with the white tipped hairs. This would be perfect for a couple of things. So you could use this perfectly to set your under eye. I think you could also use this to put on a little bit of highlight there as well, and maybe also a little bit of like cream product if you want to use it to like blend out some contour. So I plan on trying out that brush in a few different ways, and if I do like it, then I will definitely be picking up another one. But this retails for 380 shillings, which I think is also really fair. This, just for the record, this feels like it's better constructed than this one. This feels like the ferrule doesn't really fit 100% and might come off after a while, but for the price I don't really mind, and it's literally just the head that I want it for, so I don't mind gluing that back on because I paid that price. This one feels really well constructed. Then the next brush I got was this teensy tiny fan brush, and this I got, of course, for highlight. It's a fan brush, super soft and flexible hairs. This is the thing sometimes with buying brushes online, you don't know about the density of the hairs. So you can end up buying a brush like this thinking that you're going to use it for your foundation, and for that you do need it to be quite dense. And then it can end up having like really loose hairs, like a stipple brush, which is what I don't really like. So some of these things is kind of just hit and miss to see what you get, but I really try and just scrutinize the pictures and try and zoom in and see if it looks dense or not. So this I didn't want to be dense, and it's perfect because it's got tons of movement, which means that you can be quite gentle and quite sparing with the amount of highlight that you put on your cheek, so you don't end up with too much. And it has got quite a few hairs in it, even though it isn't so dense, which means that you can buff it out quite nicely as well, and you might not just get that stripe. So I can't wait to play around with that. I'm hoping that I'm going to have fun. This feels as well constructed as the other black brush, so I'll have a check. This one was by a brand called Zorea. It's got it there. This one doesn't have a brand name on it, but I will definitely have a look and see if there are any more brushes that look like these to purchase. And this brush was 200 shillings. Yeah. And then the final on brushes is these two brushes right here. They came in a set, and they are synthetic head brushes with a white wooden handle which has been sprayed and a silver ferrule. These feel better constructed than the one with the rose gold, but not as good as the black one. And the reason I bought this, because I've got a ton of dome brushes that look almost identical, is because of the angles. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's basically a regular brush that's been cut with angles going like that and like that. So you've got an edge on each side. And the reason I bought this is because I saw that Sigma came out with some 3D brushes, and I really like the concept of those brushes, but I didn't want to spend the money on that brush if it was just going to be like useless. So I wanted just to try out the concept before I commit to buying that kind of a brush. The Sigma one I think has like 3 sides to it, so it's more like a 3D triangle, whereas this is kind of just like cut on both sides. The same for this brush. This brush is cut a lot better than this other brush, which doesn't seem like it was cut very nicely. The hairs are a bit jagged on that one, so I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how I plan to use this. I haven't quite decided. Maybe for under eye when I'm like setting out my cream, or maybe for carving out cheeks. I'll see how to play around with this. This I probably will use here under eye, or for like contouring my nose, which I don't do often, but when I do, maybe that will be kind of come in handy. So I'll play around with those, and then I'll also keep you posted. Alright, so that's it for the brushes. And then the last thing that I got is a ton of eye glitters. I actually think I really tried to keep myself restrained when I'm online, but I don't know what happened. I ended up with 8 pots of glitter. Oh, I forgot to tell you how much these were. One second. The set, so for the 2, it was 390, which I thought was fair, just a cheapie. Yeah, so I bought 8 glitters, and I have got one of the glitters on top of my yellow shadow today. I don't know whether you can see in my inner corner. So they look like this. They come in little pots. That's probably really washed out. And each of these was 220 shillings. So I probably should have just tried out 2, because then I ended up buying 8, which is quite a lot of money just for some glitters. But they looked really good, and I'm really glad that I got them, because they're a bigger pot than I thought they were. I thought these were going to be like a really, really tiny pot, but the pot is really sizable. This would last you for ages. So I picked up a load of different shades, and this shade that I've put on is this kind of white with holographic glitters in it. And that's the shade 005. So that topped on top of stuff will kind of just add that holographic look to everything, which I really, really like. So I picked up that shade. I picked up another one which looks probably exactly the same on camera, but it's not. It's the shade 003, and this is just like a white silver type glitter. Then I got 3 different types of gold. So I got this champagne gold in the shade 007. Then I got this super yellow bold gold, which is 012. And then I got this kind of bronzy kind of gold, which is so pretty, which is in the shade 009. And then I got 3 other random colours. Of course, I picked up the silver. This one is silver with kind of holographic glitters in it as well, 004. Can't wait to play around with that one. I threw in a nice baby pink with silvery bluey glitters, 008. I've been seeing a lot of looks with pink in there, so I picked it out just to play around with it a little bit. And then I got a black glitter in the shade, I got a black glitter in the shade 006. So yeah, I picked up 8 of these. I really like this already. Just by playing around with that, I'm in love. You will need some kind of a glitter glue to adhere these to your face. They won't just pick up and put on. I haven't tried them with some Fix Plus or anything. I don't know whether they would just get stuck onto the brush and not transfer onto your eyes. But I used the glitter glue for this, which I didn't buy online. I had that from some time back. So if you can get your hands on some glitter glue, then that would be fab. What else could you use? I wouldn't suggest using an oil, because if you get hot and that will slide around and then you'll get glitter in your eye, and that's not a look. I just use like a really fine brush to kind of place the glitters where I wanted them to be. Yeah, so these were $2.20 a piece, and I'm really happy with all of those. Ooh! And can't wait to play around with them. Yeah, so that brings me to the end of this video and my Jumia haul. I hope you found that interesting and maybe some leads on things that you would want to purchase. I can definitely give you my recommendations on this. These lashes that I've got on are bomb. The glitter that I've used on my eyes is great. I already know the first set of lashes is it, so don't even hesitate on that. I'm really looking forward to using these 2 brushes specifically, the fan brush and this tapered brush, just because the quality of these is really good, and I'm hoping that they're going to perform the way that they feel. I'm hoping this brush is going to do what I need it to do, and I like the fact that it does fit in between my face. I'll keep you posted on that, but honestly, the construction of that isn't the best. And then these I kind of bought on a whim just to see what else I could do with them, so I'll let you know. But I'll leave links down below to everything that I've bought, so that if you're interested in grabbing something for yourself, then you definitely can. Just remember, of course, that you will have to wait for about 20 days for things to come in, but honestly that time goes really quickly, and before you know it, your things are here already. Have you bought stuff from Jumia before? Have you got any hookups? Please let me know down below, because you know I'm about not missing out on that makeup live. So if you're onto something and you haven't let me know, then I'll catch a feeling. So make sure you do that. If you haven't already, by now, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to follow me on social media. Who's using Snapchat these days? Ain't nobody. And actually I stopped using it maybe about 6 months ago. So follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.